Hello, hello, hello. Would we call it a 7-star performance, if there is anything like that? For the first time in Erik ten Hag's career as United manager, he scored plus 5 goals in a game for the first time ever. Control the game, dominant from beginning to the end. Should I say surprisingly, no shot on target against Manchester United in God knows how long. We'd have to look for the stats where a team played against United and never had a shot on target. Altay Bayande was close to having nothing to do on the day, and it was a great performance. I'm joined today by Kwame Nchubu as usual, and for the first time on the podcast, Emmanuel Tufo joining us. He's our friend and our brother from Silver FM in Kumasi. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us. Emmanuel, your first time here. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, by God's grace. I mean, it's getting better from a United perspective. That's it.
Great to have you on. Kwame, why you are over smiling? See, I'll tell Ten Hag to put us into misery again. Why are you over smiling?
You need this win more than I do as the host of this show. so don't make this about me. Of course, it was a good performance.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll delve
into that.
It was a good performance.
We'll delve into that. So it's great to have you. Thank you very much, guys, for joining. Please, if this is your first time watching this podcast, or if you've been watching and you've not subscribed, so what is your problem? Why haven't you subscribed? It's very important. If you're a part of this community, please remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We've got a lot of content to give you, a lot. Chal, I'm so excited, I feel tired. You know how when excitement makes you tired? That kind of excitement, that's how I'm feeling. But it was a great win. Please remember to leave your comment. I'll be reading some of your comments along the line from the previous posts that we made. A lot of you were very, very interactive, and it gladdens our heart. We love to see you share your thoughts and also your likes. As usual, 150 likes. Drop it for us on this video. All right, it's very, very important. So let me make a quick turnaround. When I come back, I'll get to my guests. We'll delve into the game, what really went on, and then we would see what happens from here. We'll see you after this. All right, thank you very much. Welcome back from our quick break. Who should I start with? The white or the red? The white or the red? The white. Let me start with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, let me start with you. 7-0. What really caught your eye? Today we don't have any positive. I don't think there's a negative to talk about too. Normally we do. Yeah. Let's start from the positive to the negative and the negative to the positive. But Emmanuel, your general thoughts on the game, 7-0 against Barnsley in the League Cup.
Okay, thank you very much, Kwame. My general view about the game is that it looked like a very good exercise for us, especially coming out from that Liverpool misery. Let me call it a misery because when you play against a new manager at Old Trafford and you lose to that in that fashion, clearly it deepens your woes or it hurts you. So let me say it's a good exercise from the international break. No injuries from the international break. That's one of the positives I'm taking note. And then the rotation too was good, even though I expected Harry Amas to be in there for the left back position rather than Koila. But I think it was a good exercise, looking at how we rotated the team, looking at how the midfielders were able to connect to the attackers, looking at how it got better as the minutes went by. And under 58 minutes, we were up to, was it 5 or 6?
We were 5.
I think 5.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 under 58 minutes. I don't remember the last time we did that. So if you are a Manchester United player, if you're a Manchester United manager, obviously they all will be shaking their heads or they all will be nodding their heads to this good exercise. I mean, we came in, we enjoyed ourselves, we eased the pressure off our back. That is vis-a-vis the Southampton win, and now we did it in front of our fans. And hey, we got to see Ugarte in full beast mood, even though it's a Carabao Cup. But hey, the guy was everywhere. And literally he was bleeding. I mean, that's what who Ugarte is. I mean, he
Yeah.
goes in for the tackles. He's very aggressive. He wants to win every ball. He partakes in the action as well. So for me, I think it was a very good exercise. Control was there. It came with ease. It came with fun. There was flicks. There were tricks. We tried a lot of things. We were creating from the left, creating from the right, creating through the middle. We had changes who came in, substitutes who came in and also added their bits and their pieces. And also a very good resurrection package for Anthony as well. When you got the penalty, I was like, oh, really, daddy's gift. Then clearly we knew that he would get the goal and then he would add up from there. And again, another resurrection man in there, Marcus Rashford. After the goal against Southampton, he gets it in here, playing as a striker, supporting Garnacho, linking up so well. Even when he was not scoring, the ball fumbles around him. He seems to be involved a lot with the play and the action in there. So I think it was a very good exercise for us. It came with ease as well.
It came with ease, good exercise. I mean, basically, that's how you look at it. We played very comfortably, and we were able to create chances. For the first time, we didn't underperform our XG. Every good chance that we had, it should have been 10. But I mean, on any good day, you don't score all your chances. When it happens like that, there are definitely going to be some misses. Garnacho failed to get a hat-trick from that ball. It was quite a painful one. There are issues with Garnacho that are addressed, but it will come with each. I mean, when you look at the kind of player he is, some of the passes, you wish it was a lot more smoother. You wish the decision-making is a lot more better. But it's with age. I mean, he's still 20. He's still a 20-year-old who has been around the team. So you expect that some of these decisions get better and better. But you can't overlook the fact that he's still a developing player. So that's just my small bit on that. But let me get to Kwame.
You guys have the show is
there's nothing more to say.
Pack up and leave.
So this is the end of United and Everything Football. We'll see you on the next one.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Kwame, what did you make of the
game? Was it 2 weeks ago when we played against Liverpool and we came to sit here? I did say that, you know what, let's just calm our tits, come back after the international break. We have a certain run of games that we have to make the most of.
Yep.
And in doing so, what is most important for Erik ten Hag is that he gets his forwards actually firing during that period of time. Yep. So I wasn't just looking forward to us winning games, but I was looking forward to certain players getting some bit of confidence off the back of scoring goals and assisting goals. Because there's going to be a crazy run-in after these 5 games that we've spoken about. I think we played against Southampton. We've played against
Barnsley today.
Barnsley tonight. We're going at Crystal Palace, and after Crystal Palace, we have FC20, and then we have a big home game against Spurs.
Yes.
After that, the next 5 games after that is hell.
Yeah.
I'm sure fans will look up the schedule I've spoken, it's hell. So going into that, you need some bit of confidence. And we've started off on an unbelievably good note. See, it's just Barnsley, but we have come to sit here against lower league opposition.
Newport.
FA Cup
Not even
Newport. You are even going far. Newport ultimately was good.
Yeah.
Was it Wimbledon in the FA Cup semi-final?
No. Forgotten the semi-final.
Sheffield Wednesday. Was it
Sheffield?
No,
it wasn't Sheffield. It wasn't
remember.
Sheffield. You know, the team is so...
It wasn't Newport.
It was Coventry.
Coventry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. 3-0 lead. We bottled it, and we literally lost that football game, but for VAR coming to our rescue in the very last second of the game.
Yes. So
let's not belittle the fact that it's League One opposition. We have even struggled against any sort of opposition over the past 12 months. So it's still a massive positive. But to really stick the boot in and score as many goals as we did was a massive, massive plus. Yeah. I was looking at it this way. We started a front line of Garnacho on the left, Anthony on the right, Christian Eriksen in a very familiar number 10 position.
Yeah.
And Rashford doing what Rashford was doing 2 seasons ago when Martial wasn't available. Højlund isn't available, and we need a forward to be able to support Zexi, and he's doing that again.
Yeah.
He got a brace. Garnacho got a brace, Anthony got a goal, Eriksen got a brace. Our front four scored all goals, assisted themselves, did all the damage. Bruno Fernandes came off the bench, having had just one assist this season. He got a couple of assists in just a few minutes as well. So you're looking at that from the angle, like, you know what? We are getting our forwards playing together, being sort of like, you know, we need them to get used to playing with each other to be able to get us results in subsequent games. Have a feel of each other, you know, as a forward line, be a unit. Because I feel like very often we are either disjointed or we don't even know, we're not coordinated enough, especially when you're going forward. I saw bits and pieces of it against Southampton, and it's good to see us follow up in this particular fashion. When you get opposition like this, give them a beat down. Give them a proper beat down. Not just because of the opposition, but for your own sake, for your own good. City have been doing this for years when they get lowly opposition at the Etihad and they spank them. But nobody really gives them that much attention because it's City. When we get these kind of teams, this is what we should do. And what happens is you carry on with this kind of form, this kind of results into the subsequent bigger games. 2 games, 10 goals scored.
No
goals conceded. You don't often associate that with
90 plus 45 is how many minutes? 90 plus 45 should be how many minutes? If my math is right. That's 135. Is it 135?
Almost like
135.
There, but
135. 135.
Yeah.
So that is 135 minutes played without conceding a shot on target. Because in the whole 45 minutes against Southampton, the second half of the game against Southampton, we didn't concede a shot on target. The whole of this game, we didn't concede a shot on target. So if you think things haven't changed, I mean, the style of play hasn't changed, or the way we are going about our game model hasn't changed. I mean, this is a clear example to you. We are not...
Statistically, there is something different.
Yes. We are not quickly switching into attack when we receive the ball like we were doing last season. That has changed.
I need to talk about Casemiro just because you brought up this. It's very important. Wow. It's fantastic you actually brought up. We are not switching up the ball quickly because Casemiro was doing that against Liverpool just as he did last season.
A lot.
Yes.
And it cost us big time.
Yes.
The difference we saw in this game is he started with an actual proper defensive midfielder next to him. I want to say Casemiro himself is a defensive midfielder, but then let's just admit it for once.
Yeah.
He's past his best when it comes to actually executing that role, especially in our league, the English Premier League.
Yep.
He just doesn't have the legs for it anymore. So he tries to get rid of the ball quickly. And in doing so in that pivotal position, right in front of our back line, all he does is turn over the ball. And he himself doesn't even have the legs to recover when he makes a mistake.
Yep.
Let alone to talk about a back four that is supposed to be pushing up in certain positions that can leave us vulnerable. What did you see today? Because Ugarte played in the pivot role, right? And all he did was keep things simple.
Yeah.
Keep things simple. He could also drive with the ball without actually losing it.
Yeah.
Drive past men without actually losing the ball.
Yeah. Make
interceptions and just give simple passes.
Yeah.
Right? So for those who have always said, probably it's the system, it's the coach that's asking Casemiro to balloon the ball over the top every single time.
Quick transitions.
When you do see a very clear difference in individual play in the same position, it tells you it's not an instruction for Casemiro to be booming the ball every single time. He booms the ball because he needs to get rid of the ball before he gets pressed and he loses the ball. It's clear. When Casemiro was playing in more advanced positions tonight, that's when you saw the best of him. Because in the middle third and in the front third of the pitch, he does a lot of damage. He has an eye for a pass. Some of the passes he was given tonight were unbelievable. The flicks, the true balls, the balls over the top, some of even those blind balls that he gives behind the back four. He was doing it from a position where even if he loses the ball, it is nowhere close to our back four for it to be a turnover that will cause problems. On top of that, we had enough men, including a proper defensive midfielder, to shield the defense from those counter attacks.
Yeah.
See, it's all we are saying it all nice and all beautiful now because maybe one will sit at home and say it's just Barnsley. But I would tell you once again, we have faced these problems against any sort of opposition. It's not just the strongest oppositions that have done this to us. Even weak oppositions have turned us over dangerously on so many occasions. So to see that somebody else can step in and make the difference was very, very refreshing. And henceforth, Casemiro should play in an advanced They keep him so far away from protecting our back four. They keep him so far away from there.
Emmanuel, let me get
Casemiro for Menu at times.
At the number 8
makes
position,
kind of sense.
Exactly. Right? All right. Okay. All right. Emmanuel, what other thing caught your eye in terms of the players? I mean, we've made mention of a few things, but what really caught your eye in terms of the setup, the players, and every other thing in between?
Yeah, I think I'll add more to what Kwame was saying. That is what Kwame was saying. Yeah. You know, I've thought about it. This Casemiro advanced role, Casemiro being more of an advanced midfielder, joining the attack, adding more bites to the attack. You see, the moment you have Ugarte and then Casemiro, you're like, they are DMs. Naturally, they are DMs, their profile, their setup and everything. But you realize that in the last season, and Casemiro as a whole, he's beginning to mold into kind of a number 8. And I agree perfectly with what Kwame was saying. He loves to hit the balls, and he's been doing it with quality, inch-perfect quality. Just look at that pre-assist to Diego Dalot for the Garnacho goal against Southampton. The weight on the pass. And just let's cast ourselves back to the Fulham game. How he was setting up Bruno Fernandes, how he was playing those balls in, breaking the lines and getting those passes. I mean, I'm so much impressed with Casemiro. He caught my eye. Maybe we should just forget about Mount for a while and then couch or drain Casemiro in that position. Eventually, his legs will do him bad and then we drop him off. But for now, I think he being in that number 8 position is so good.
It's so
quote unquote, that number 8 position, he adds more bite to the attack. He's a quality player. He's a fine player. He has the experience. The legs are not with him. But behind him or beside him is a warrior who's ready to bleed every second for a tackle or to win the ball or even intercept. So with Casemiro playing in that position, I think it caught my eye so well.
Okay.
I was so impressed with that one. But let me end it with Koila. I mean, he's not a left back. We know it. But his body language was just be calm, just be composed. At times, you could just hold on to the ball, just look left, look right, just wait, and then releases the pass. I think he was so cautious about not making a mistake. I think he kind of struggled in the first half a bit because the Barnsley guy over there was trying to exploit him. But in the second half, as things got better, there wasn't even any need for him to tackle or do anything. So you could see him still being in the middle, running out of his position, whether he was inverting or
was inverting.
Yeah. He's a midfielder, yes. So I think that was it. And it stresses the need for a number 3. Either we see magicians to get those 2 biscuit guys back. You know the biscuit guys, Luke Shaw and then Tyrone Malacia. They are easily broken, so that's why I call them biscuit guys. The moment we need to get these biscuit guys back, at least one of them, because imagine Luke Shaw had this opportunity to exploit this weaker side. Probably he would have gotten 2 or 3 assists. Imagine Tyrone Malacia using this as an exercise. And look at the passing angle. Kwame, you were saying how we are getting all our players to play together so that we know the patterns and the partnership that starts to emerge. Probably we could have had one like that. We could have had a number 3 who would work so well with Garnacho. And then we know that, okay, for the cup games, I think Malacia worked well. So Koila in that unusual position, unfamiliar role, he caught my eye, but his whole demeanor wasn't there. But Casemiro in that new advanced midfielder role or number 8 role, I think we should really appreciate him for that. So the moment there is no Eriksen and there's no mount. Bruno plays as 10, Casemiro plays as a number 8. We need to manage Kobe Mainoo well. I was glad he didn't play today because for me, this season he has not been impressive. I mean, this is not the Kobe Mainoo we know, even though the stats will tell you he has the most interceptions, the most tackles, top 5 leagues, blah, blah, blah. But I think there's something about his play this season.
Eye test, what we see.
The eye test never fails.
From what I'm seeing, he loses the ball a lot as compared to last season. And he always tries to over-elaborate at times. We just need to ease him off, make sure that he gets enough rest. The last time I saw a stat, if I could get it wrong, Ronaldinho at age 24 and then Vinicius Jr. at, I think Vinicius is 23, 24, right?
Yeah.
The number of games they had played, it will amaze you. Ronaldinho at 24 was playing lesser games as compared to Vinicius at 24. So then the dynamics has changed. We need to make him rest and probably get him fitter, more coaching. He's still at the developmental stage. At 19 years, there's a lot for him to learn. He's not at his peak age yet. The peak age is between 23 to 28. Yes, so he's nowhere close. So there's a lot for him to learn. I think if we get him in that bracket, it will be good. So Casemiro was good. Koila body language wasn't good. But Christian Eriksen, fine wine, classic. I enjoyed Marcus Rashford. Garnacho seems to be growing into a goal provider or a goal scorer. That is what we want to see from our wingers. If he's not scoring, he should assist. If he's not assisting, he should score. And it's unfortunate he couldn't get his hat trick. So it's good that we have Garnacho scoring or assisting. We have Marcus Rashford getting into his groove. The middle, Casemiro. It was all good. I think today it was a very good exercise, as I said earlier. And I pick it.
All right, I pick it. You know why I liken this game to the Newport's game? Against Newport, right? We had our best 11 on the night. Because it was, aside Onana, because Onana had gone to the AFCON. But we had Dalot, Luke Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, Garnacho, Bruno, Anthony, and Højlund, right? I think Rashford had picked up an injury, so he wasn't involved.
No. He had gone to Belfast.
Great.
He still had a girlfriend.
Anyway, that game we conceded 17 shots. 17. It was a 4-2 game. We conceded 17 shots. And this was against a League One side. And we had taken a 2-goal lead, and then they had come back to equalize before we could get 2 goals to cushion and then qualify to the next stage. So if someone tells you it's just Barnsley, I'm not saying you can make whatever you make of it, but I'm just telling you how things have changed in terms of the way we are approaching the game and the way we are playing, all right? And if you read a lot of the threats that these tacticals are putting out, some really making sense, how much we are delaying certain passes, how much we are not rushing to, try and create opportunities. You see that we want to take our time to build from the back. Yesterday in the press conference, Erik ten Hag was asked about the game model. He told the pressman that he can't do that in 1 minute. But one key thing that caught my eye was that he said that they are creating a team that would play dynamic. Dynamic means we can go in the transition when we want. If we want to pass around, we can pass. We want to play in any way we want to break down the opposition or to have a go at the opposition. We can do that. So you could see the Garnacho goal, the Garnacho second goal. It was a quick transition, an interception to Eriksen, straight to Garnacho, and that was it. The goal was there. That was transition. But look at the first goal, building from the back to Garnacho, switch play to Rashford, he moves, he scores. All of these things are some of the ways. So the game model that he was asked at the press conference, he said that we want to play dynamic. We can switch, we can be quick on the transition, we can play out from the back, and you could see from the goals that we've scored so far in the game against Barnsley, you could see the patterns forming, you could see that the players would want to take initiative, the passes were going through, the flicks, the tricks, and that's what you do. What are you trying to do? We are trying to build those automatisms that he has been talking about They are getting them in routines. So many of you are asking, why are you bringing in this player? Why are you getting this player? He wants to get them into rhythm. He wants to get them into proper synchronization. When Dalot left and Mazraoui came, I didn't see any difference. That was quality for quality. And that's the kind of depth we are talking about. That's the kind of depth we are talking about. Bruno Fernandes came in and in 30 minutes had created 6 chances. And we're already up by 5-0 and provided 2 assists that helped us in this game. So that's the key thing that we've been talking about. And it's good that Erik ten Hag and his coaching staff are getting the team to play the way they want to play. A big test against Crystal Palace will be coming up on Saturday. And then we'll be looking at that. But we won't preview it in this game. We're previewing it in the next episode of the podcast, where we will have a proper look at it and everything that has got to do with it. So, guys, I'll give you 2 minutes to wrap it up. Then I'll quickly switch to our FPL analysis, how it has been standing. Kwame, 2 minutes. Well, let's wrap it up with the game and everything.
Oh, so 2 minutes is even too much. I'm glad we are racking up a couple of wins, and we need to keep this going. Honestly, see, it's these things. All it does is it breeds confidence, and with confidence, anything you can achieve anything. So you build on it, you keep the momentum going. Hopefully, against Crystal Palace, we lost to them so embarrassingly last season, 4-0. We have to go there, redeem ourselves. Traditionally, it's not a ground that we actually struggle. Together with Villa Park, I think those 2 grounds are the grounds we've won the most away games in the Premier League era ever.
Yeah.
So I expect us to go there on the back of, we need to avenge last season's defeats. We need to keep this momentum going and get a result and then keep this train moving.
Emmanuel.
Yeah. As I said earlier, it's a good exercise. I mean, it breeds confidence, as Kwame said. It's a morale booster in the camp. Again, it gave Erik ten Hag an idea of what each and every player has there to offer. We saw the defenders defending well, high line, running in behind the attackers, making sure that they stay in shape and play them offside. And then through the middle, we saw them tackling, passing, exchanging networks. We saw the wingers, we saw the forwards. So I think he has seen what everybody can do. Now he needs to go into games and know that his automatisms, this dynamism, all will come to play, provided they all stay fit.
Yeah.
We've seen Ugarte, we've seen Mazraoui, we've seen Zegzi, we've seen De Ligt. So we know the players that are available that can function well. And again, going away to Crystal Palace, well, you said we'll preview it in another episode.
Yeah.
I think the players should get it at the back of their mind that this is a ground where we were left so open. We were embarrassed. We need to pick up the pieces. And again, the ball should be set rolling from Southampton, Barnsley. It should roll again against Crystal Palace. I mean, it gives them that confidence. You move to FC20, then it goes on and on and on. So by the time we have everybody fit, the real competition for spots begin there. For now, people will still think they are mad. Those who didn't play this game might be thinking, well, we are the first guys or we are the starters for now. Yeah. But the moment everybody gets into place and then everybody is fit, the competition begins. And then as you made mention of the squad depth, when Dalot left and then Mazraoui come in, probably I would love to see them challenge for that position. It's one of the areas I just don't want us to have one man. They should always be on each other's neck.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, yeah, you can.
If you could pick one right now as a starter, based on what you've just seen in the past 2 or 3 weeks, who are you going for?
Right back?
Yeah.
I'll go for Mazraoui.
Okay.
Same here.
We'll discuss it in detail in a few more weeks, I'm sure.
A lot more. The sample size will be great, so we'll get to know
exactly. So,
right.
So that is it.
That is it. All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Let's quickly switch to the FPL. And I will start with where Kwame is.
Of course you will.
Down.
I'm not much.
Tell me already.
67.
Don't worry, it's still early days.
Every day you will come. Don't worry. Every day you will come. Don't worry.
Last week you were reluctant to tell people I was number 19. You were reluctant to tell people on this spot that I was in the top 20. This week your mouth is loud. Yes. 67 because
you are 67.
Tell everybody your position and let's
my position. Me I'm number 26. So me, you know where
exactly.
So I have been hovering though. Like I'm around the 26. Like if I'll drop to.
So you're consistent. I'm consistent. That's what you're saying.
In fact, I'm going higher and higher. That's the whole point.
You consistently remain in those positions. So the end of the season, you will not move up.
Anyway, so let's see who is on the top of the chat. California Sheriff is back on top, or I don't know if he's been there before, but this California Sheriff has also been hovering around the top 5, top 10. But this time around, he is. He is. Yeah, Michael, hang in there. So California Sheriff is on top of it. FX Extreme. He was first in the last game week. He was second, came first, and he has dropped to second again. So FX Extreme, that is Nana Kwame Gazy. He's an ardent follower of the podcast. One of the key people that comment on the podcast. Thank you very, very much for that. So you are doing very well. You are still in top 10. The top 10. You're number 2. Top 10. There's a man called Top 10. He's number 3. His name is Ibrahim Amin. Yeah, he has my name. Amin. Ibrahim Amin is number 3. Benarasari, Paladin FC, and then Baba Bing 11. Bada Bing 11 is also on number 5. So guys, keep joining, keep playing. Let's continue to have fun. And let's see where.
I'm going to read a few comments.
Yes. Let me quickly do a few comments from the last podcast, and then we will bring it to a close. And as usual, remember, you can leave your comment. You can drop your comment for us in the comment section. Okay, let me go to the comment section. Let me go from there. There's quite a number of them that I will be reading. I'm trying to get them. All right. This one is from Iamuzu. He said, I've always said this about Rashford and how frail his mentality seems to be. And this was confirmed to me the very moment he went out to record a video telling fans not to doubt his commitment to the club. This is Iamuzu and his comment on Marcus Rashford. Someone is saying that Dalot playing left back at United cut him some slack. This was when we made the point that Dalot shouldn't be finding any difficulty playing at left back. So that was Kwame. The comment is directed to us, but we still maintain he has played left back, so he should be able to play the left back. Someone says that Amar should be a starter, come what may, this season. Barring any injuries, he's a no-brainer, a starter on the right day for me. I'm excited to see how Ugarte will work. Happy days ahead, hopefully. Yes, happy days. We scored 7, so still more happy days to come. Good game, but being dominated in the opening minutes is something we should be careful about. Remember, these comments are in connection with the game against Southampton, so we are doing that. Kwame Poku, or Kofi Poku says, Kwame, you talked my heart out about Marcus Rashford. Thank you. So Kwame, this message was directly to you. The person said, what can I come as right there? You talk, make it touch your heart.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Marcus Rashford, he forsook with this season.
Yeah. Elisha Bonsu, in love with your show, guys. Top-notch analysis. Thank you, Elisha. Rashford's mentality is weak, and this won't help us. Waste of a player. Oh, relax, give Rashford. I beg. Oh, relax. After all Kwame said, oh, relax.
This is what the person took from it. After everything. Rashford is useless. Oh,
Honam is a very good friend of mine. Honam says that can we attribute Rashford's personality? Can we attribute Rashford's personality is because it's due to his upbringing as a black man, because we see this issue with black players a lot. That's what Honam seems to suggest. He says that someone Nana Kwejo, as someone says, beyond the effects of the international break, Southampton surprised us with their setup, and that's why United had initial problems. Kudos to the technical team for figuring out a solution. Unane's penalty save was a defining moment, so that's what Nana also said. There was a lot more. Kwame, I watched Ericsson in the first half. He didn't make a single tackle. He made Menu look worse. Dalot was our weakest point in the first half. Aside there are a lot of positives to talk about. Someone also brought a starting 11 of what players we should use in the game against, and the person nearly got it right. I'll just project it. I can't read it out because our time is almost done. Amad Diallo should be starting every game this season. He makes our attack look dangerous. All right, guys. So this is how we bring down today's curtain of United Everything Football. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Kwame, for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great time. See you and bye-bye.